What if I told you the company that once helped you stalk your high school crush is now trying to build the most powerful AI in the world? And I'm not talking about a chatbot or a selfie filter. Meta, the company formerly known as Facebook, is quietly pumping billions into AI. It's overhauling its apps, creating new hardware, buying startups, building chips, and betting everything on a future powered by artificial intelligence. But why? What's at stake? And will it work? This is the story of how a college side project turned into a global empire and how that empire is now being rebuilt, line by line, with AI at the core. To understand Meta's obsession with AI, we've got to go back to where it all started. In 2004, a Harvard sophomore named Mark Zuckerberg launched a site called The Facebook. It started in a dorm room, just a digital directory where students could connect, rate each other's photos, and gossip about who was dating whom. But what Zuck created wasn't just another college project. It had a pulse. And soon it exploded across campuses, then cities, and then continents. By 2008, Facebook overtook MySpace. By 2012, it hit 1 billion users, and by 2014, it wasn't just a social app, it was the center of the internet for a new generation. A digital plaza where people posted baby pics, argued about politics, and stalked their exes. But Facebook's real magic trick wasn't the interface, it was data and what it could do with it. Because behind every like, comment, scroll, and share, there was a deeper layer of intelligence forming. Zuckerberg understood early that if you wanted to personalize the internet at scale for billions of people, you needed more than engineers. You needed machines that could learn. AI didn't show up at Meta all at once. It slipped in through the back door. In the early days, it helped recommend friends. Then it learned to tag faces and photos. It began prioritizing what posts showed up in your feed and which ones didn't. By 2015, Facebook had built an entire division called FAIR, Facebook AI Research. This wasn't some side gig, it was one of the most advanced AI labs in the world. Its mission? Push the boundaries of machine learning, natural language understanding, and computer vision. FAIR's research laid the groundwork for many of the AI features we now take for granted. It helped Facebook scale moderation, language translation, real-time search, and even detect suicide risks in posts. As misinformation and harassment became global problems, AI became the defense mechanism. It scanned billions of posts, tried to detect hate speech, flag nudity, and more. It wasn't perfect, not even close, but at scale, it was the only option. Over time, AI became the quiet brain behind everything. From ranking Instagram posts to recommending groups and reels, Meta's platforms were being shaped not by human editors but by neural networks, and the more data it had, the smarter it got. In 2021, Facebook made a bold pivot. It changed its name to Meta, staking its future on the metaverse, a 3D immersive version of the internet, built on avatars, digital goods, and virtual experiences. To many, the pivot felt sudden, but internally it was years in the making. Zuckerberg believed social apps were just the beginning. The next step was to build the digital layer of reality, and AI was going to power it. Meta poured over $10 billion a year into R&D for Reality Labs, which covered VR, AR, and AI. It hired thousands of researchers, bought compute infrastructure, and began designing custom chips. But as the world watched Meta's metaverse vision unfold, another tech wave hit even harder: generative AI. OpenAI released ChatGPT in late 2022, and within months, it became the fastest-growing consumer product in history. Suddenly, every company, from Microsoft to Snapchat, was racing to launch an AI assistant. Meta had been working on its own models, but it had kept things quiet. Now it had no choice. It went public with LA Llama, its large language model. It wasn't just good, it was efficient and surprisingly open. And like this, Meta had officially entered the AI arms race. Let's break down what Meta has actually built and how it's affecting your feed, your messages, and soon, maybe even your reality. In 2023, Meta released Llama and then Llama 2, positioning itself as the open-source rival to OpenAI and Google. It partnered with Microsoft to distribute Llama models on Azure. Developers could download them, fine-tune them, and use them to build apps. Then came Meta AI, a brand new chatbot and assistant. It was integrated into WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram DMs. It wasn't just there to answer trivia, it helped you write captions, plan vacations, and even shop. Meta released Emu, a text-to-image model trained on Instagram data. It lets you generate AI stickers, profile pics, and story visuals. Then came AudioCraft, a model that let musicians and creators generate sound effects or backing tracks using just text. And then there was CodeLLama, Meta's answer to GitHub Copilot. It could help developers write, debug, and explain code in multiple languages, but perhaps the most ambitious project was Segment Anything, a model that could detect any object in any image with human-like accuracy. This wasn't just for photos. It was a step toward giving AI eyes that could understand the real world, key for future AR glasses. Meta didn't want to just copy ChatGPT. It wanted to create an entire AI ecosystem, from chat to vision, music to code, infrastructure to application. Remember the metaverse? Yeah, it didn't exactly catch fire like Zuck hoped. Horizon Worlds had a slow launch. The Quest headset sold okay, not great. Critics panned the graphics, users mocked the avatars. But behind the scenes, Meta was retooling everything with AI. One major area, NPCs powered by generative AI. Imagine entering a virtual world and talking to characters that can remember you, evolve, and interact dynamically. Not just pre-scripted lines, but real conversation. That's where Meta wants to go. They're also using AI to generate environments, physics, and animation in real time. It's the only way to scale immersive experiences without an army of developers. And those Ray-Ban smart glasses Meta launched with EssilorLuxottica, they're already getting AI assistants built in, so you can ask questions, translate signs, and get contextual info just by looking. This is where AI, AR, and wearables all converge. Meta isn't just building new apps, it's building a new interface for reality. To pull this off, Meta has invested heavily in infrastructure. It's designing its own AI chips called MTIA, Meta Training and Inference Accelerator. These chips are optimized to train large models faster and cheaper, reducing Meta's reliance on NVIDIA. They've also expanded their data centers, added liquid cooling systems, and started developing custom interconnects for AI clusters. On the M&A side, Meta has acquired multiple AI-focused startups. Some helped with natural language understanding. Others brought brain-computer interface research. Some focused on privacy-preserving machine learning. This isn't just about building tools. It's about owning the pipeline, from the silicon to the software. Of course, not all of Meta's AI experiments have worked. Facebook M shut down. AE content moderation? Still flawed, especially in languages other than English. Deepfake detection? Still years behind where it needs to be. And then there's the open source dilemma. By releasing LLama, Meta drew criticism. Some experts warned it could be used for disinformation or scams. Then there's bias. Meta's models, like others, have shown issues around gender, race, and language bias, especially in global contexts. The truth is, building AI for 3 billion users isn't just hard, it's unprecedented. The edge cases are endless. The stakes are massive. And when you're Meta, already under global scrutiny, every misstep becomes front-page news. So let's talk business. AI is now Meta's core growth engine. Its recommendation models, dubbed Meta Reels Ranking and FeedM, drive over 20% of time spent on Instagram and Facebook. Its new ad engine, rebuilt after Apple's privacy changes, is powered by AI. It uses machine learning to model user behavior without violating new data rules. This saved Meta's ad business and helped its stock rebound in 2023. AI is also helping creators. Meta's tools now auto-generate captions, translate videos, and even script content ideas for influencers. And internally, it's helping engineers code faster, optimize resources, and ship features quicker. In short, AI is saving Meta time, money, and market share. And it's just getting started. So where does Meta go from here? Zuckerberg says AI will be the core of every product we build. They're working on LLama 3, a much more powerful model that could compete directly with GPT-4 and Gemini. They're testing personal AI agents that live in your apps, your glasses, your world. Meta wants to blur the line between assistant and friend, between interface and intelligence. But the real moonshot? AI that understands you, that learns your style, remembers your preferences, acts on your behalf. Meta wants to build that. And if it pulls it off, it won't just be another social app, it will be your digital shadow. So, is Meta's AI gamble going to work? Too early to say. But here's what's clear. Meta is no longer just Facebook. It's no longer just the blue app with the notifications. It's an infrastructure company, a chip company, an AI lab, a headset maker, a metaverse architect, and it's spending billions to make sure you never scroll the same way again. If you like this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We've got more long-form deep dives coming, from crypto casinos to fintech empires to trillion-dollar tech giants. See you in the next one.